Some cars arrive and leave without much notice. Others quietly carve a place in automotive history by redefining expectations of durability, reliability, and craftsmanship. Imagine a vehicle built to last decades, surviving high mileage, tough climates, and changing technology while still maintaining a presence on the road. What is it that allows a car to transcend its own era and become a benchmark for endurance? The 1985 Mercedes-Benz 300D is one of those rare vehicles. Its diesel engine, solid construction, and understated luxury made it a sedan that could outlast many rivals, earning a reputation among collectors and everyday drivers alike. Today we are going to explore why this specific model achieved legendary longevity, what engineering choices made it possible, and how it continues to influence automotive thinking. If you enjoy deep dives into iconic vehicles and want more explorations like this, make sure to like, subscribe, and leave a comment on which car you want us to cover next. The 1985 Mercedes-Benz 300D begins its story in a period when the automotive world was balancing tradition with the first signs of modern efficiency. Mercedes had already established a reputation for overbuilt, meticulously engineered sedans, but the W123 300D was in many ways a culmination of decades of design philosophy. Under the hood, it carried a 3.0-liter inline-5 diesel engine. Known not for blistering speed but for relentless reliability and longevity, each component was designed with serviceability and durability in mind, from the robust engine block to the suspension that could handle both city streets and long-distance highways. Owners often discovered that with routine maintenance, the 300D could surpass 300,000 miles without major overhauls, a figure that even today would be impressive for a modern car. Fuel efficiency was modest by contemporary standards but exceptional for a vehicle of its size and weight, and the diesel engine provided torque in a manner that made daily driving effortless while reducing stress on drivetrain components. Beyond the mechanical virtues, the 1985 300D exemplified a restrained yet elegant design philosophy, avoiding gimmicks or fleeting trends in favor of timeless lines and functional ergonomics. The interior was utilitarian yet comfortable, built with materials chosen for longevity, and every control was placed for intuitive use rather than aesthetic flair alone. Reliability extended beyond the engine. Electrical systems were simple by modern standards but robust, reducing the likelihood of failures that plague newer, more complex vehicles. Mercedes engineers also anticipated maintenance needs by making components accessible, meaning mechanics could perform repairs without dismantling unrelated systems, further extending the car's lifespan. This attention to detail created a car that could age gracefully. Decades later, many 300DS are still operational, proving the success of this philosophy. Another interesting factor was the global diesel market of the era. Diesel fuel quality varied widely across regions, yet the 300D managed to endure these inconsistencies better than many contemporaries. Thanks to a forgiving injection system and durable engine internals, the car's weight distribution and suspension design contributed to predictable handling, even under load or with high mileage, giving drivers confidence that the car would behave consistently over time. Steering was precise but not overly sensitive, complementing the car's reputation as a dependable long-distance companion. Safety also played a role in the car's enduring appeal. Although lacking modern electronic aids, the 300D featured crumple zones, robust passenger compartments, and seatbelt designs that exceeded many competitors, which contributed to the perception of solidity and longevity. Maintenance culture became part of the 300DS story. Owners who followed regular oil changes, filter replacements, and minor adjustments often found that the car rewarded attention with decades of service. Even neglected vehicles, while prone to cosmetic wear, often survived mechanically in a way few other sedans could. Outside of mechanical factors, the 300D gained a following for being nearly bulletproof in resale markets. In some countries, it was considered a taxi standard because it could reliably handle high daily mileage, harsh roads, and minimal care, yet continue to deliver dependable performance. These real-world tests provided proof of durability far beyond laboratory or manufacturer claims. Critics might argue that the car's styling or acceleration lagged behind rivals, yet these trade-offs were a conscious choice, prioritizing longevity and ease of ownership over fleeting performance. The legacy of the 1985 Mercedes-Benz 300D lies not only in its engineering but in the culture it created, with enthusiasts appreciating cars that can endure and function reliably decades beyond initial purchase. Every aspect, from engine design to chassis layout to interior material selection, was executed with the long view in mind. Understanding this foundation allows us to move deeper into how the mechanical and design decisions of the 300D came together to create one of the most enduring sedans of the modern era, setting the stage for a discussion of the engineering and philosophies that made this durability possible. The durability of the 1985 Mercedes-Benz 300D can be traced directly to the engineering decisions made at every level of its design. The engine alone, a 3.0-liter inline-5 diesel, was overbuilt compared to competitors, featuring a forged crankshaft, cast iron block, and robust connecting rods that tolerated high mileage without fatigue. It ran at relatively low revolutions per minute, reducing wear and making lubrication more effective, while the mechanical fuel injection system, though less refined than modern electronics, was forgiving of fuel inconsistencies and easy to repair. Even the timing chain and valve train components were selected for endurance, allowing engines to operate smoothly well past 300,000 miles. Beyond the engine, the transmission was similarly designed for longevity. A 5-speed manual and optional automatic used sturdy gears and precise tolerances, minimizing slippage and heat buildup. Routine fluid changes were straightforward, and the modular layout meant a failed component could often be replaced without disturbing surrounding systems. The suspension and chassis were no less impressive. A combination of double wishbones in the front and semi-trailing arms in the rear provided both ride comfort and mechanical simplicity. Bushings and mounts were intentionally over-engineered, allowing the car to absorb years of daily driving, potholes, and highway loads without structural compromise. The braking system followed the same philosophy, with large discs up front, reliable drums at the rear, and an emphasis on durability over high-performance bite. Mercedes also paid attention to corrosion resistance, using high-quality paints, galvanization, and drainage pathways that prevented rust from undermining the body or chassis. Interiors were another area where longevity was baked in. Seat frames, window regulators, and dashboard components were constructed from materials that would not warp, crack, or fail under decades of use. The result was a car that not only endured mechanically but also remained comfortable and functional for its occupants. Another factor contributing to the 300DS reputation was the simplicity of its electrical systems. Without the complexity of modern computerized modules, there were fewer points of failure. Wiring was thick, connections were robust, and troubleshooting often required only basic tools and understanding. This contrasts sharply with contemporary vehicles, where minor electrical faults can immobilize a car. The 1985 300D also benefited from the culture surrounding it. Owners and mechanics quickly learned that adherence to basic maintenance schedules vastly improved longevity. Oil changes, filter replacements, and valve adjustments were not optional but rewarded with cars that could last decades. Even in regions with poor diesel quality, the 300DS forgiving engine design reduced the risk of catastrophic failure, creating a vehicle resilient to environmental challenges. Performance was never the central focus, yet the 300D delivered adequate acceleration and torque for practical driving. Its low-revving diesel provided smooth, continuous pull, ideal for long trips and heavy loads, reinforcing its identity as a workhorse rather than a sports sedan. When compared to rivals, the trade-off became clear. Competitors might offer quicker acceleration or flashy features, but few could match the combination of reliability, serviceability, and comfort that the 300D provided. Even decades later, many surviving 300DS continue to function as daily drivers, taxis, or long-haul vehicles, a testament to the careful engineering and maintenance culture they inspired. Enthusiasts today examine these cars not only for their historic value but also for lessons in mechanical longevity, noting that intentional simplicity, thoughtful material choice, and over-engineering certain components can yield a machine capable of decades of service. In many ways, the 1985 Mercedes-Benz 300D represents a philosophy that modern automotive engineering often struggles to replicate, balancing cost, efficiency, and technology without sacrificing reliability. The knowledge gained from understanding its design provides insights into what makes a car endure and why it remains so revered among collectors, mechanics, and everyday drivers who have experienced its resilience firsthand. This foundation leads naturally into exploring the long-term legacy of the 300D, how it shaped perceptions of diesel sedans, and why it continues to influence automotive thinking and appreciation today. The long-term impact of the 1985 Mercedes-Benz 300D extends far beyond its years of production. Its reputation for durability and reliability has influenced how both manufacturers and consumers think about longevity in vehicles. Classic car collectors prize well-maintained 300DS not only for their mechanical robustness but also for the evidence they provide that careful engineering can outlast fleeting trends. The sedan's influence can be seen in later Mercedes models that adopted similar philosophies of overbuilt engines, simple mechanical systems, and user-friendly maintenance. In the broader automotive world, the 300D became a benchmark for taxis, fleet vehicles, and long-haul applications, demonstrating that a car could sustain high mileage and heavy use while remaining comfortable and safe. Enthusiasts often cite examples of cars exceeding 500,000 miles, with original engines and transmissions still functioning, highlighting a level of durability that rivals rarely achieved. This legacy extends to the secondary market, where 300DS maintain value and desirability decades later, proving that long-term reliability has economic as well as practical implications. Beyond numbers, the 300D embodies a design ethos that prioritizes foresight and craftsmanship, showing that cars can be both utilitarian and enduring. The lessons learned from its construction inform modern automotive engineering, reminding designers that over-complexity and cutting corners can compromise a vehicle's lifespan. In everyday driving, surviving 300DS continue to serve as reminders of an era when durability was a design goal rather than an afterthought. Communities of owners share maintenance tips, restoration strategies, and stories of cars that have endured generations, creating a living history that reinforces the model's status, even among non-enthusiasts. Encountering a well-kept 1985 Mercedes-Benz 300D on the road inspires appreciation for what thoughtful design can achieve. Environmentally, the longevity of the 300D also demonstrates that durable vehicles can reduce waste, highlighting the sustainability benefits of building machines to last. As new cars increasingly rely on electronic systems and planned obsolescence, the 300D serves as a benchmark and cautionary tale, emphasizing the value of mechanical simplicity, high-quality materials, and regular maintenance. Ultimately, the 1985 Mercedes-Benz 300DS legacy is measured not only in miles but in influence, respect, and the ongoing conversations it sparks among engineers, enthusiasts, and everyday drivers. Its place in automotive history is secure because it proves that with careful design and intentional durability, a car can remain relevant, functional, and admired decades after it first left the factory floor. Understanding this impact closes the loop on the question of why the 300D lasted so long and why it continues to captivate those who value reliability, craftsmanship, and enduring design. The story of the 1985 Mercedes-Benz 300D comes full circle when we reflect on what made it exceptional. From its robust 3.0-liter inline-5 diesel engine to its overbuilt chassis, every decision emphasized longevity and reliability over fleeting trends or high performance. Its understated design, user-friendly interior, and simple yet durable electrical and mechanical systems allowed it to survive decades of daily use, heavy mileage, and varied environmental conditions. Owners and enthusiasts alike have celebrated the 300D not just for mechanical resilience but also for the way it embodies a philosophy of thoughtful engineering, practical luxury, and enduring quality. As we consider its legacy, we see that the car influenced later Mercedes models, set benchmarks for taxi and fleet durability, and inspired collectors and mechanics to appreciate vehicles built to last. Even today, surviving 300DS provide lessons in maintenance, simplicity, and foresight that modern vehicles often overlook. Beyond the garage, the car illustrates broader principles, that careful material choice, over-engineering critical components, and prioritizing serviceability can yield machines that function reliably for decades. Its presence on roads, in classic car shows, and in long-haul applications underscores the tangible proof of its durability. The economic and environmental benefits of building vehicles to last become evident as fewer replacements, repairs, and discarded vehicles are necessary over time. Ultimately, the 1985 Mercedes-Benz 300D is more than a car, it is a testament to what can be achieved when longevity, practicality, and quality are prioritized in design. Understanding its history, engineering, and impact allows us to appreciate not only how it lasted so long but why it continues to shape automotive thinking and inspire admiration among those who value vehicles that endure. Reflecting on this journey encourages us to recognize the significance of building with foresight, the importance of routine care, and the enduring appeal of a car that combines functionality, comfort, and resilience in a way few vehicles ever have.